Okay, Shan, you can put us on. Okay, this is the matter of Barnett versus Scott Winter. You are Tiffany Barnett, or,
Yes, sir.
all right, and somebody's present on a Galaxy Edge. Who was that?
I have no idea. That's probably my phone. I don't know why it says that. Let me check.
Okay, and Chad, is that you on the telephone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Chad Smith appearing on behalf of the friend of the court by telephone.
Okay.
So this matter was set today for a show cause
Yes.
for Mr. Winter for non-payment of child support. Unless that's him on the Galaxy S7 Edge.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, very good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Chad, I've got your report here. The file is charging at $328 a month, weekly $75.40. We've got $1,012 arrearage. The last payment was a tax intercept. I don't have the date, but it says $2,723. And other than that, there's no payment record at all, other than the involuntary. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. That was on 5/13/2020.
Okay. And so, Mr. Winter, are you working?
No, sir, I'm not.
Are you drawing unemployment?
No, sir, I'm not. I'm actually going through the VA for my benefits. And in 2 days I have my comp and pen examination for that to be completed. So
Do- Are you
then
claiming that are you claiming that you're not able to work?
mentally, I've been it's been a struggle. I mean, I'm doing everything I can to go through, counseling. I put myself through inpatient over 4 months ago, to learn coping skills and to better myself, because I took my divorce very hard, and then not having my son and going through all that hassle. It was really tough. It took a toll on me. So I went through the VA, and I took a parenting class, got on some medications, learned some coping skills, and I've done a few little side jobs here and there, um, and every dollar that I got goes to my son. The last 4 months, 5 days out of 7 days a week, he's been at my mother's. And from the time that he wakes up, I'm here to the time he goes to school, and then from the time he gets home from school, to the time I tuck him into bed every night. That's 5 days a week in the last 4 months that he's here. So every dollar I get goes towards him.
Why is your son at your mother's house?
Because that's the only thing that Tiffany will allow to happen. That's the only way that I can see him. And my mom makes sure that he gets him to school and back. And because Tiffany works, I want to say day shift, and so it's hard on her to be able to do that. Um,
She takes him to daycare due to I only have one vehicle at the moment. So she takes him to daycare and then she picks him up.
So she helps you out with childcare.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Obviously, you must have a decent relationship with her.
Yes.
Okay.
But that is also so Scott can have his supervised visits as well.
So, Mr. Winter, have you ever received any kind of mental health diagnosis?
Yes, I have.
What was the diagnosis?
Major depression, severe depression, PTSD, anxiety, ADHD. Um, I don't remember.
Ms. Winter, let me ask you, I mean, are you aware of mental health issues? I mean, is there any validity to what he's telling me?
Yes, I do know about those. He does have PTSD from being overseas. Um, and I believe the anxiety and the depression. Um, so yes, I do know all about that.
Uh, when were the two of you divorced?
In 2019,
Um, did his mental health issues interfere with his ability to hold on to a job, in your
um,
estimation?
when he was working where I worked, yes, it was. But then again, it was also the divorce and um, probably the depression and other issues as well.
You know, I went through a lot and took the divorce really hard. You know, I mean, uh, throughout our relationship the last 6 years before the divorce, you know, we had done a lot to each other, and you know, hurt each other, and we tried everything we could to get along. You know, and even after the divorce, we tried, you know, being able to talk to co-parent and get along, and it always resulted in, you know, wanting to talk about our past and us, and then it resulted in arguing and fighting, and so we just we go through my mother to communicate.
So you indicated you've got some upcoming appointment at the VA hospital?
No, I'm done with that. I'm done with all that stuff. The upcoming appointment I have is through, it's an outside source for my comp and pens, and then that'll be completed, and it's all being expedited. So I plan on using that to catch up on all my child support that I do owe, and then I plan on trying to do everything that I can to get equal. Just want equal and fairness. You know, time with my son, shared time with my son. You know, I want to be
Well,
treated
we're not,
fair.
I hear you, but we're not here about your parenting time or custody today. We're here about your child support obligation.
Yes, sir.
So are you telling me you're seeking a disability determination from the Veterans Administration?
I am. Yes.
Um, do you know when you're supposed to hear about that, whether or not they're going to
It, it
certify you as
it's
being
being
disabled?
it's being expedited, and it has to be in the next 30 days. It has to be 30 days from when the claim was put for my comp and pen examinations, and then after that, I believe it should all be wrapped up within 90 days. I believe.
Within 90 days of when?
Of last week.
All right, and you currently do not believe that you're able to work as a result of your mental health issues?
I mean, like on a regular basis, I just I do, you know, little side jobs here and there that I can. But as far as I don't know.
Well, the recommendation I have from the friend of the court is that I put you on a payment plan at $80 per week. I'm guessing from what you're telling me today, that's not likely to, you're gonna fail that plan. There's no way in the world without a job, you're gonna come up with $80 a week. Is that accurate?
I agree.
How much do you think you could come up with on a weekly basis?
At least 25, 30, 40, I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right, well, let's do this. I'm gonna put you on a payment plan, $40 per week for a period of 15 weeks. And I'm gonna have you back in here at the end of that 15 weeks to see where we are with your veterans disability determination. So 15 weeks, let's see where that puts us. Your first payment won't be due until next week. That has to be paid no later than 4 o'clock on Friday. You can pay it at the front of the court, or you could pay it through the electronic. I mean, have you used that before?
No, I haven't.
Do you have access to a computer or a smartphone for making your payment?
I do.
Well, if you can do it that way, it saves you a trip, but if you can't figure that out, you need to make your payment at the front of the court,
Okay.
no later
Can
than
he,
4 o'clock.
can he do it on the My Child thing?
Yeah,
Well, that's what I was asking.
I did that last
If you could-
year. I did that. I
If you
put
can do,
$500 on that a while back.
all right, well, if you have access to My Child, that's where you should be making the payment.
Okay.
And then let me count out 15 weeks.
It's gonna,
The paper.
the payment plan will run 7/31/2020 to November 13th of 2020 for 15 weeks.
Okay, and then what was that last date again, Chad?
November 13th, 2020.
All right, let's set this for a,
That's a Friday, not a Thursday.
yeah, I'm not looking for a hearing date.
Oh,
That was a payment date. And let's set it for the 19th of November at 3 o'clock for a review hearing date to see what the status is at that time. Chad, you'll prepare that order for my signature?
Yes, Your Honor, and I will get that over to you today.
Okay, very good. Somebody had a question while I was working through that. I can't remember now who it was.
I do have one question. Now, the stimulus check that was supposed to come out and everything, mine and I guess you would say my son's, his 500, went towards his child support debt. So that is that still counting? Towards
Yeah,
child
he'll get
support debt?
he'll get credit for whatever it is. Have you gotten it yet?
No, I have not. Apparently it is still on hold.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly the details of that, but I know it doesn't come through immediately.
Okay.
But as soon as whatever clearance is required for that to be released, it will be released to you, and he
Okay.
will get credit for that.
Okay. So
Um,
the hearing is on November 19th.
At 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So, Mr. Winter, did you try applying for unemployment?
No, sir, I did not, due to going through the VA for my benefits. So I did not do that yet because I don't know. I'm not educated in that field, and I don't
Well,
know
you
really.
should at least try. It provides another source of income to assist Ms. Barnett in caring for your child. So I would recommend that you do that. In the meantime, keep current with the payments. This is not a modification of your child support obligation. It's simply a temporary payment plan to see that you're at least getting some help to Ms. Winter to assist with expenses of caring for your son.
Well, Your Honor, the
Okay.
last 4 months, 5 days a week, he's at my mother's. So I mean, and then we don't want that to change.
But I also pay all the bills for him for when it comes to healthcare and childcare, and so I have to pay childcare now.
And I'm not here to modify child support. I'm just here to make sure that you're paying something.
Yes, sir.
So you'll be getting that order in the mail. Do both of you have a current address with the front of the court?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's where the order will be sent.
right,
That concludes our hearing. Thank you, Chad. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.